G'day everybody, welcome back to the channel. Okay, so I thought Dan Drago, as you may see him in the comments, and a few others have asked for me to go into a little bit more detail about the new Eos speaker. So what I thought I might do is I dusted off the Lazy Susan. I have placed the standard Eos speaker on it. I'll spin the camera around and we'll go around it and have a look at it, and then we will do the same with the Elite version of that speaker so you guys can see the differences. So far in relation to Greg's speakers, you've seen gloss versions. In the standard Eos that I have here, that I'll show you in a second, it is in just a standard wood veneer. So I also should make note that Greg will literally paint these speakers or veneer them in whatever you pretty much want that he can get his hands on. So there is a lot of scope and option. He has the standard things that obviously you guys have seen so far, and there are more in that range, but he is prepared to paint a speaker, you know, whatever color, Ferrari red, whatever color you want. It is all able to be done in this sort of bespoke setup that Greg works under. So let's turn this camera around and let's have a look at the standard Eos speaker first. Okay, so you can see here we are in its standard timber finish, looking at it like so. Let's have a look. Here's the grill. A couple of you asked about the grill. Here is a look at the grill with the Osborn logo there on the front. As you can see, it's very transparent, and Greg says it has very little to no difference in relation to the way the speaker produces sound. So if we take this off now what I've done, these are your conventional grill mounting system. And they do go on and they are quite firm. I've just sat this back on here like this for the purpose of this video, but that will drive home like all the way in, if you can see, like to that level there. So just to make it easy for me to get these things off, so we should take the grill off, place it there, and then have a look here, and you can see that we have the tweeter. It's a silk dome variety, which is what Greg uses all the time. But this is the standard tweeter. This is not what we see in the Elite version. And then here is the mid bass driver. Again, this is a different animal to what we see in the Elite version. This actually reminds me of an earlier Wilson mid-range. So if we spin this around, let's do this as gently as we can. We have a look at the back here. So, you know, you'll see here we have, you know, a port. It looks like a 50mm port. And these are different binding posts. But on these ones you can obviously see they are marked. This is more the standard variety of things that you will see from Greg, you know, and then, you know, you see my hand as opposed to, you know, the size of the speaker. If we spin this around further, like so, you can see back around to the front of it again. Put some light on it there so you guys can see, and that essentially is the standard version, and I mean, you can get the Elite drivers and what have you in this standard type finish without any problems at all. And as I say, I mean, the cabinet construction here is beautiful. This speaker is not lead lined. That's another thing that must be said here. This is just the standard cabinet, but again, still we are talking about super high quality stuff. I mean, the joinery here is, you know, magnificent. It's as good as anything you'll see, even in its standard version. So look, I can't fault this speaker. we'll get it into the system at some point. I'm just having a bit of a play at the moment with the Elite version, which you're hearing currently. But we'll put these up against each other. I will talk about. There's quite a bit of work to do here because I will be talking about how they compare against each other and how they compare against other speakers. So if we place that back there, and then I will drive it home this time, so it sits in there quite nicely, and then that's the look you get from it is a pretty snug fit when it goes in. Small little gap there, and then as you can see, that's what it looks like with the grill on. The grills for the Elite version are identical to these, and this is, as I say, this is a very transparent cloth here. So let's get the Elite out now, and let's have a look at the differences between the two. Okay, so I thought what I might do here is run the two spec sheets, which I have here in front of me, so we can actually have a look here. So this is the standard Eos speaker that we just saw. So it's 8.5 kilos. Its efficiency is 91 dB, 1 watt, 1 meter. This is its tweeter system and the mid-bass system there, actually featuring a neodymium magnet drive, which is pretty impressive. Frequency response there, crossover point on a 6 dB slope, which is pretty gradual. There we go. It's a 4 ohm load, 200 hertz. A very nice power handling capability, and the recommended wattage according to Greg. And then we'll move over here and have a look at the reference Elite version. Again, same size, but have a look at the difference in 8.5 kilos for weight versus 14.5 kilos, hence the lead. So this speaker is less efficient by a little bit, 89 dB, 1 watt, 1 meter, as opposed to 91. The tweeter is the 6 neodymium ring drive configuration. The mid bass is again a different version, physically different as well. Frequency response is the same here, and the crossover point again is the same. Slope is the same. Everything else seems to be pretty close, but we obviously have differences in driver configuration. So anyway, let us now have a look at the Elite version. And as you can see, we have this magnificent gloss that Greg's cabinet maker produces. You can literally see my ugly mug in it, which is a shame. And there's the mid-bass driver and the tweeter arrangement. So again, cabinetry on this thing is just stunning. You can see the joinery work here is just exceptionally good. As good as anything you'll see, without a doubt. There's the port, and same deal there. And this time we have the Cardus rhodium binding posts, dual binding posts on both. Now Greg does make mention, and let's see if we can spin this around and get some light on it so we can actually see this. So you can see there, if you have a good look, there is the positive side right here and the negative side there. They are of course, designated there. You've just really got to look, as Greg says. You've got to have a good look. But again, this is the quality here of the joinery is exceptional. Look at the grain of that veneer, babinka, I believe it's called. And Again, there is the front, and the grills are identical. So I thought, well, rather than bringing out another grill for you to look at, they were the same as the standard version. But as you can see, this is really, really beautiful cabinetry, and you've been hearing this speaker in my system. I hope that gives you guys an idea of the differences between the two, and then, of course, you know, you'll be able to listen. We'll put the standard version in. I'll do that now, actually, and then we'll put some shorts up very soon on the channel for you guys to have a listen and comment. Please keep commenting what you're hearing. That helps me a lot to know that you're engaged, that I'm doing what you want me to do here. I will be doing a follow-up video on the epitomes. I'm waiting, I think, what we're going to do from now on some of these reviews. I think it might work really well because it engages you guys, and this channel's all about you guys. I just bring it to you. So put your questions in the epitome final thoughts video. I will go through those questions. I'll pick out some really good ones or some ones that sort of cover everything, and we'll sit down and I will answer those questions. You know, with my own experience. You've asked for some other comparisons. We'll have a little look at that. We'll have a look at a few other things that you're asking in those questions, and we'll do a separate video so that hopefully we can address all those answers for you. Okay, guys, another thing we'll do, I've just decided, is we'll do some test tracks. So we'll do some direct comparisons between the Elite version of the Eos speaker, and as you can see, I'll spin the camera around. We now have in place the standard Eos speaker in the room, and what we'll do is I'm recording tracks right now that are the same as the ones I've already recorded for the Elite version. So what we'll do is I'll post tonight. I will post, obviously you'll see this video and you'll see the first track we played will be played also on these speakers, and then over the next couple of nights we'll do direct comparisons between this speaker and the Elite version of this speaker, the Osborn Eos. So stay tuned for that. We might as well have a bit of fun here while we've got both speakers in the room and I'm listening to both of them. You guys might as well be listening too. So we'll talk soon. Bye for now.